Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time to actually watch my video. This video is all to do with the subject of goal setting. I'm going to talk about why goal setting is so important and why, if you want to move forward, this has got to be something which you really want to do urgently, if you like. Yeah. If you've got no goals, if you've got nowhere, no direction, it's going to be very difficult for you to move forward. It's something since I've started getting involved in personal development. I've been watching other people on YouTube, and obviously to try and improve my own life. It started making me realise that how important goals are, because if you haven't got a goal, then you've got nothing to head towards, and you've got nothing to um, weigh your performance against, if you like. It's very easy just to plod along and do nothing, especially if you're reasonably comfortable and you perhaps don't need the money, which you could earn if you wanted to. Yeah, so for me, when I started goal setting, I didn't just look at the finances. I looked at the other areas of my life. I looked at my health. I thought about my relationship with my wife and with my children, and obviously being able to spend more time with them, which obviously would be as a result of having more money. And then I also looked at my finances, because obviously earning more money, whether you believe it or not, I believe that if you've got more money, you've got you've definitely got a more secure life. Whether it makes you happier or not, I think it does, but that's a subject for another video. So back to goal setting. For me, when I first started doing it, which was over a couple of years ago, I looked at all the areas of my life which I wanted to improve. Um, I think initially and stupidly at first I put down money. For some reason, I've always thought that I think because my dad made me think that way. Obviously, if you've got money, you've got security. So I wrote down, my first thing I wrote down was I want to be able to earn more money. I then looked at my relationship with my wife and my children, and I immediately started thinking at that time, well, do you know what? I earn pretty good money, but I don't seem to be getting the time with my family that I'd like. And I perhaps haven't got the money to perhaps go on holiday like I'd like. So I wrote that down. Holiday, spend more time with my family. And the other one, which I think is equally as important, was my health. I'm slightly overweight. I've always been a little bit overweight, and I've been trying to do something about that. Although I must admit, I am struggling. But that's what I've done. Initially, I wrote down all my goals of what I was trying to do, and that was what I done. So I had this list of all the things I wanted to do, but then I needed to think, look at all those different subjects and think why. Because if you haven't got a why you want to do this, then you're wasting your time. Because why you want to earn more money, why you want to get healthier, why you want to have money to be able to go on holiday. All these things are fundamental because you're creating the desire in your mind. If you haven't got the desire, then you're not gonna achieve it because you haven't got the passion, if you like, to move forward. So for me, that was what I've done. I wrote down all the things that were important to me, yeah, and why I wanted to do it. Now, the next step, which is again important, is you need to. It's no good having something you want to do. You need to obviously have a strategy, right? So you have to write down how you can achieve it. Yeah, if you want more money, I started looking at, obviously I could work longer. I could start charging more money for my leads. I could start perhaps getting people to help me. If you see my other videos, you'll know I do lead generation. So I was looking at other ways of generating more money in the same time. And you have to start finding these ways of doing it. Yeah, it might be that in your case that you perhaps go and get a promotion and you go and get to work for a company for more money, and you might get another couple of weeks holiday. All these things, you're still looking at a way, a direction, something that you can do to achieve your goal. Because if you haven't got a strategy, if you haven't got a way of actually doing it, then your goal is never ever going to be reached, because you're not going to be able to put the things into action because you don't know what it is you got to do. Yeah. So You've got to start writing things down. You've got to start writing down how you're going to achieve it. If you don't know how to achieve it, then you've got to start educating yourself. It might be that a certain part of your job could be outsourced. It might be that you could perhaps employ someone to take, so you might be able to perhaps take more work on and employ someone and pay them less. But you've got to start thinking about how these goals can be achieved. And then you then got to do what a lot of people don't do, and that is you've got to give yourself a a target date, a target time, a target that you're going to reach. It might be that you're earning 40,000-50,000 pound a year, and your goal is to reach 70,000 pound a year. Well, it's no good reaching it in 30 years' time because inflation would have eaten it up. You've got to say, right, I'm going to be doing that within 2 years' time or within 3 years' time. How am I going to do it? What can I do? How is this going to be achieved? Otherwise, it's just a pipe dream. Yeah? And we all know dreams very rarely come true. Yeah? So, just a quick recap. You need to write down what all your goals are. Write down your reason why. What is your why? To me, this is fundamental. This is what makes me go to work every day. Yeah? This is my reason. Yeah? Write down the strategy, how you're going to do it. If you don't know it, you've got to find out. You just got to find out. Go on YouTube. I always praise YouTube, because, and it ain't just because I'm on it, but because you can find the answers to most questions on YouTube. You know what I mean? I think it's fantastic. Anyway, so your strategy, how you're going to do it, and you've then got to implement. You've got to give yourself a deadline. When are you going to start doing these things? I think for me, when I've looked at back in my life and I've made as well, and I've made goals. Sometimes the goals I've set too high, yeah. Especially when I tried to say to myself how much money I was going to earn. You kind of used to set the bar too high. I don't think that's always the way to go. I think you need to look at perhaps setting the bar at a height which is achievable, but it's got to be at a height where you have got to obviously work a bit harder to get there, because otherwise you're just plodding along. And we all know what happens to people that plod along. You're going to get nowhere. Yeah. So you need to start setting goals, but you also need to set achievable goals and reward yourself when you do something. It might be you're in sales. It might be that you say to yourself, well, when I get a certain level, I'm going to treat myself to something. Buy yourself a nice watch, or whatever it is your thing. Yeah. But say to yourself, when I've got to there, I'm going to do that, because then that's giving you something to work towards. It might be on your income. You might be able to say, well, look, as soon as I've earned X amount of money, right, and I know this year I've earned another 4 or 5 grand over what I earned last year, I'm going to book myself an holiday. Yeah, you've got to give yourself a reason. And the last thing, which I'm just gonna talk about, is if your goal is quite big, you need to break it down. Because if a goal's too big, you won't achieve it. Start breaking it down into smaller chunks. Yeah. I started going out on my bike and all that, doing a bit of biking, and I started just going out for 20 minutes, then 25 minutes. Now I'm doing half hour. I'm stepping it up. I'm trying to do a little bit more and more each day. Because the first day I first started doing it, I felt worn out. You know what I mean? You've got to build up to it. Well, it's the same with anything in your life. Yeah, you need to plan, you need to prepare, but you need to take action. Yeah. So many people, you talk to them all the time. They say to you, "Oh, I wish I could do this, and I wish I could do that." Wishes ain't going to come true. It don't work like that. At least it don't work like that for me. Anything I've ever got is through what I've earned. So if you want more, you've got to do more. Yeah, don't fool yourself that your life is going to become a perfect life if you're not doing anything. And you can't keep blaming everyone. Blaming everyone for your situation, or even blaming yourself, because you're not going to achieve anything by just blaming yourself. You need to spend this time that you're digging yourself out, if you like, on telling yourself you're going to turn your situation around. Yeah, you're going to turn your situation around. You're going to start putting things in motion change and improve your circumstances. Yeah, I had a little thing. If you see my other videos, you'll know I had a bit of a disagreement with one of the guys who I actually work for, and I kind of like in my own mind, my wife's even said to me, well, you're getting work for somebody else. That's up to you. You've either got to keep doing that and accept what you're given, or you've got to start doing more of your own work and start working more for yourself. Yeah, and it's true. She put it in black and white to me, but it is what she's saying is right. At the minute, I work for different people. I get work for different businesses, and they all pay me. They all pay me, if you like, a commission. But in my mind, it's not enough. But my wife said to me, it will never be enough because it ain't your business, and you want more as if it was your business. But she said you work for somebody else. So she's quite wise, my other half, believe it or not. But no, but it's made me realise, yeah, nothing's going to change unless you make it change. You cannot expect this wave of success, this wave of opportunity, this money. It ain't gonna happen to you unless you create your own plan, your own goal. You know what I mean? And you've also got to obviously create that desire, which, like I said at the start, that comes back to your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? Why do I want to do well? It's got nothing really to do with myself. I'm not really, I've got a bit of money. I've got a nice house. I've got a bit of security. But for me, it's my children. It has and it always will be the fact that I want to help. I want to be able, when I die or before I die, I want to be able to basically buy my kids a flat each, or at least give them a lump of money to be able to help them do it. That is my goal. You know what I mean? It's nothing to do with fast cars or going on fancy holidays or any of that, really. It's just I want to know that my children have got security, because obviously, obviously I live in the United Kingdom. No one knows what's round the corner. There's so much uncertainty, and for me, I constantly remind myself of that, and I say to myself, I'm going to do well. My kids are going to do well. My kids are they're going to be okay. But we have to. It ain't just going to happen. It's not just going to happen. We have to, keep doing the things that are going to make these. I call them gold nuggets. We need to keep doing the actions that's going to keep bringing this opportunity and this money towards us. Because if we don't, it's just not going to happen. I hope this video has made you really think about that goal setting is something that's very serious. Like I say, if you're obviously watching this because you wanna do well for whatever reason, yeah. But you need to realise that just watching a video is no good. You've got to watch the video. Watch other videos on it. There's some brilliant videos on YouTube on goal setting. I watch a guy called Stephen James. There's another guy called Brendan. I watch these videos because I still want to learn. I want to learn from them, and I want to become more. Yeah. So it's just such an important subject. It really is. And if you want to move forward, you've got to set some goals, find your reason why. You've got to work out, get some strategies how this is going to be achieved, and you've got to implement it. And you've got to implement it daily, and you've got to track your progress. Yeah. So at least if you see that you're not achieving your goal, you've got to be stern with yourself and say to yourself, well, the reason I haven't done this or I haven't obtained that is because I didn't do that. And you've got to dig yourself out over it. And it's no good moaning about it if you haven't achieved what you want to achieve, because you're responsible. You are totally and utterly responsible for your success and your failure. Nobody else. Don't blame the government. Don't blame the weather. Don't blame anything. The only person that can change your present course of action is you, nobody else. Start setting some goals, start creating strategies, and start putting them into action. Because if you don't, your situation will remain the same. And I ain't just preaching you. This is something that I tell myself daily. Yeah, I look at my. I've got a whiteboard there. I write everything down, and I look at what I've achieved. My money is directly related to the leads, the business inquiries that I obtain. So I say to myself, if I've not earned X amount of money, it's because I've not got those leads. Yeah. And, then I have to start digging myself out over it and trying to inspire myself to go out the following day to earn more. This is what you've got to do. Please subscribe to my channel. All my videos are aimed at helping people in some way, shape or form. I'm not a professional development coach by no means. It's something that I'm really serious about doing though. And I'll always do my best to answer any questions. And thanks so much for watching. But like I say, please subscribe, please like my video, and I hope you start making goals, and more importantly, I hope you start putting some of these strategies into action. Thanks.